Hi everyone, my name is CJ. Welcome to the Diploma of Business. So this is a recording for some general information for you to help you to navigate through this study. So today, firstly, I want to quickly introduce myself. My name is Dr. CJ Won. I am the program convener for the Diploma Business. So I'll be looking after you guys when you have any issues and any questions, you can always come to me. And also I look after the teachings, the qualities, the content in general. So if you have any questions about your courses and or anything, just generally just let me know when it comes to your studies. I'm always happy to help. So for you to know something more about the program information, you can visit our digital campus. So you can see what you see here in front of you on the screen is what we call the digital campus. So for students who wants to know more about the business program and who wants to even just know generally more about business, this is the place you can go. So once you click onto the digital campus, go to the home page and you'll be navigating through. So follow the yellow arrow. And then you can find out information. So what is our business program about? Well, the Diploma of Business and Associate Degree in Business has the latest business education philosophy, which incorporated content about the modern business practices of adaptivity, creativity, diversity, and sustainable business. So the focus of the Diploma of Business is to help you to be prepared for your future business studies. So when you go into university, particularly in Griffith University, you'll be seamlessly transitioned into the second year study. So here in the Diploma Business, not only are we going to teach you guys some general business content, like what's business about, some sustainabilities, some of the current issues that businesses are facing, but more importantly, we're going to teach you skills that you can navigate through your studies, like the academic skills and some of the professional skills later on for your career. So you'll be graduating with the skills that not only correspond with the latest curriculum design and program philosophy of many business degrees in Australian universities, but also provide you with great foundations for the rewarding career opportunities that the new economy brings. So let's talk about a program. So for the Diploma of Business, we have 8 subjects. We have 8 courses. So in order for you to pass or to graduate from the Diploma of Business, you have to complete this 8 subjects. So these 8 subjects include first 144 GBS, the purpose of business, 177 GBS, the future of work, 188 GBS, business decision making, and last but not least, 1201 QBT, academic professional skills development. And this is the first trimester of study. And for your second trimester, you would have 155 GBS engaging Australia and the Asia Pacific. You have why money matters, grand challenges for business, and again, last but not least, the information systems foundations. So once you complete all those 8 subjects, you will be meeting the basic condition to graduate, but there's another one, that is your GPA. So your overall GPA needs to be more than 4. So I'll explain GPA a little bit later, but for now, just remember you have 8 subjects that you need to complete. For international students, if you are not meeting the IELTS of 6, IELTS overall score, and in the specific subjects of 6, you will be automatically enrolled in subjects called language development modules. You can see in the structure here. So please be mindful that you also need to complete these 2 modules, LDM 100 and LDM 200, in order to graduate. So this is a non-credit course, which means that you're not going to get a GPA out of this, but it's a mandatory for all students to complete and pass in order to graduate from Diploma of Business. So it's either pass or fail subject. So you have to do your best to pass, basically. Then you're not gonna get any credits or anything. And also it's free. It's from us. The purpose is for us to help you guys to develop your language as you study your Diploma Business here. So as you can see that if you're not meeting the IELTS of 6, will be required to undertaking LDM 100 and LDM 200. And so once again, in order to go to university, and more specifically, in order to go to Griffith University, you'll have to meet the GPA of more than 4. You can get 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 will be the best. but 4 is the minimum for you to go to uni. And also you have to meet the attendance of more than 80%. And that is more of a requirement for the general visa requirements. And you also have to complete all 80 credit points of study. So you might be wondering, hey, CJ, look, I have completed all my 8 courses. Does that mean that I can just go to uni? The answer is maybe. I need to check your GPA, whether you're meeting the requirements or not. Or you say, hey, look, CJ, my GPA is 5. Can I go to uni? The answer is also maybe. I need to check whether you complete your courses or not. So those 2 conditions needs to be met at the same time. And another one, don't forget, you also have to complete both LDM 100 and LDM 200 if you are enrolled with this. So just remember that LDM 100 and 200 are not applicable to all students, but if it's applicable to you, you have to remember to pass those 2 subjects. It's not difficult at all. The teachers are fantastic. He's an expert on language. He really is there to help you guys to pass this subject, to help you to develop your language as you go. And on the other hand, if you are not meeting the expectation, this is also something that we do here as Griffith College. We really want to make sure that students are given the best opportunity. But at the same time, if the students are not meeting the expectation, it is also our job to let the students know, say, hey, look, I don't think this is the right time or this is going to work for you. So we have to respectfully remove you from the study. And therefore, this is something we call exclusion. So if you're not meeting the academic performance for 3 trimesters in a row, we unfortunately have to exclude you from the study because that, first of all, because of your not meeting the academic performance or expectation, it's very unlikely you'll be meeting the GPA requirement. So therefore, you're probably going to end up completing the subjects, like I said before, completing the courses, but not able to go to uni. So therefore, we don't want to waste your time. And we would just let you know upfront, say, look, I don't think this is going to work. So please go somewhere else or try something else. And another thing is, because students are paying a very large amount for their study, we're very much aware of how much this impacts them financially. And so as a result, we would respectfully ask students to stop studying for that reason. If the study right now is not for you, which I absolutely understand, if things going on in your life, that something else is happening, please focus on those, taking care of yourself, making sure that you are well first before you consider continued study. And this is what we do here, as we don't want students to feel like they have to be dragged along continuously, endlessly trying to go forward and grind through their study. Now, international students who are onshore needs to comply to their student visa condition, that is maintain an 80% plus attendance. This is a legal requirement, as in once you have been granted a visa, you pretty much agree to this, as in you need to show up to class more than 80% of the time. So I want to encourage you to imagine this as a full-time work. So again, we talked about before what this diploma business is about. Diploma business is training you as a simulation of how real life work is going to be like, or giving you the knowledge and skills for you to be ready for work. And so just imagine this as a full-time job. You have to show up more than 80% of the time to be considered as a good employee, as a decent employee. And so therefore, when it comes to attending the class, you need to fulfill your legal requirement. And of course, there are things going on in life. I understand that fully. There's always sometimes there's always situations coming up, and that is okay. That's why we say 80%. So try your best to make sure that you can attend every class and allow yourself to, if something happens, allow yourself to be able to fall back a little bit, but make sure that you fulfill your legal requirement. So a violation of the condition will likely result in a cancellation of a visa, and this is not from us. This is purely the government mandate. Now, generative AI tools, I think this is a very well-known term now. Like, we can ask the ChatGPT or whatever tools that you're using to write anything for us in a split second. And the precision and the quality they populate is very high. But for the sake of your study, we would encourage you, and for the college, we prohibit students to use generative AI tools to complete your study for a very simple reason. We do not want the ChatGPT or generative AI to take away the opportunity for you to learn, for you to study. So as you know, that when you study, you need to be exposed to new things and you need to be challenging yourself to try new things, to try and do new things. So ChatGPT would take away that opportunity. They would just do the things for you. And it's really not a good way for you to learn. And of course, because ChatGPT is a very big part of the modern workforce. So when you go to the jobs, when you go to your work later on, ChatGPT is everywhere. And of course, we are going to educate you on how to use ChatGPT properly. But just when it comes to your own assessment, we do not want you to use ChatGPT because we don't want the ChatGPT to take away your learning opportunity. Now, attendance is a very important thing for us. We are on campus owning subjects, and so that means that we encourage all students to be on campus, and your time on campus will generate good return. I've always said this to my students that we are professionals. We have done this for so long. The teaching team is amazing. We have been doing this for decades now, some of us. That we know what students need when it comes to completing their assessments, when it comes to completing their study. So as long as you show up in class, let us guide you through the content. Let us help you. Let us teach you. Let us educate you. Let us show you how to go through the content, how to complete the assessments. We guarantee you your time will not be wasted when it comes to on campus. And more importantly, when you come on campus, you will see a vibrant community. You will see a vibrant community of students that's just willing to connect, and they're looking for social connections. They're looking for helping each other. It's just really beautiful thing that when you reach out, when you be available, when you show up on campus, when you show up in class every week, you will see that everyone is there to ready to help, ready to learn, and you can also be part of that too. So research has shown that college attendance is a strong predictor for both the overall grades and overall GPA. So just keep that in mind. It's really important for you to show up. Now, last but not least, I just want to say this, that your job here is to be a student, which means that you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to know everything. As a matter of fact, that because you're a student, you probably don't know everything. And so what makes you a student is that you're going to be exposed to something new. You're going to be exposed to some correction. You're going to be exposed to something challenging. And that's all good because it's part of this experience. It's part of the journey. You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. I absolutely love this quote. It just shows that you don't really need to overthink it. Just come along. Like I said, join us in the class, join us on campus, and you'll find yourself gradually moving forward because this is what we do here. Griffith College, we support students who come from a different learning background, who come from a different cultural background, and to immerse them in this new environment of study and slowly but surely get them ready for their further higher education study. We've been doing this for decades now. As you can see in the background, that we're celebrating 25 years of Griffith College. This is something that we've been doing. This is something that we're really proud of in terms of supporting our students internationally, coming overseas, being ready for their further studies. Now, this is also very important. Please scan the QR code on the left. This is what we call the policy library. So if it comes to any issues such as deferred exams, deferred assessment progression policies, student code of conduct, you definitely need to check this out. So there are some requirements for students to fulfill, but also there are some responsibility. There's also some benefits for students that you need to know. So you are entitled to many of the conditions, but also you have to be responsible for some of the conditions. We have a wonderful team of support. They call the student learning advisors. They're absolutely fantastic, professional, eager to help you. So if you scan the QR code, it will direct you to the link where you can book appointment with them. I highly recommend all of you to book appointment with the student learning advisors. We have had great feedback from students who use their services because they can help you with your assessment. They can help you to reach out to your teachers if you are too shy to ask, or if you feel there's something going on. They're helping you with all sorts of things. If you're struggling mental health, if you're struggling to find out what's happening with your life and the navigating through your life choices, they're absolutely there to help you. And they're always eager to help. So please remember to book an appointment with them and reach out to them. And also you can go to the digital campus where you can click on the support tab. You can see from the yellow arrow here. And then you can see say book an appointment here, which is just the second one below. And once you click on that, it will direct you to a page where you choose the time that they're available. Depends on which campus you're on, just make sure you pick the right campus. Last but not least, this is a team of our own students. They've completed their subjects, so they're the future you, I would always say. They're the future you. So they know what has been happening, they know how to navigate through situations, they know how to navigate through assessments, and they're always available as well. We have a wonderful team of mates and pals. They're always ready to help you. So please book an appointment with them, ask them questions. If you just want to socializing, reach out as well. Ask them if you want to talk to them and anything. Well, thank you very much. That's the introduction session. I hope you enjoy your studies here. And once again, my name is Dr. CJ Wang. Please reach out at any time if you have any question about your study in Diploma Business. All the best to you. I'll see you at graduation.